Yo, what's up, Derek? Hey guys, I ran out of notifications for today. I ran out of notifications, so there's going to be no notifications for the stream. So people are not going to be able to find the stream. So if you can, please help me out and tweet the stream, share it on Twitter, and also give the stream a thumbs up because there's no way that people are going to be able to find this because I've already uploaded too many videos. Oh, the stream's unlisted. That explains a lot. Hold up. That's my problem. I was wondering why nobody was joining. You're totally right. It's unlisted. I am dumb as shit. One second. There we go. Now we're public. Hey guys, welcome and thank you for joining. Please like the stream as you join here. Let me get my my notes I wrote out. Basically, just what happened in the trailer. I rewatched it a couple of times, and I basically picked up everything there is to pick up. Now, granted, as we've noted, this trailer is literally in 144p. It is a piece of shit quality. You can barely hear the music. What's up, Shatterpoint? What's up, Anakin? I'm not playing the trailer here. This is for if you have already seen it. I'm about to delve into spoilers. The leaks were true, and I want to get into what exactly happened in this trailer. But before we get into that, try to get the likes equal to the amount of viewers. So get the likes up. Be sure to like. And if you enjoy the stream and want to send me a tip as a way of a super chat, even just $1 is greatly appreciated. I do all these streams for free besides super chats. So super chats are always appreciated. And you go to the top of the line in the Q&A segment once I'm done doing my diatribe for the first probably 10 minutes of just ranting, and I'll be reading your comments and interjecting if I see anything as we go along. So let me just first delve in by saying that this was a huge missed opportunity for Marvel, and what I mean by that is it was a missed opportunity insofar as this trailer could have dropped in full HD glory and have been something that we were really excited for and wanted to see. Instead, they went the route of essentially waiting for a year at this point to release the trailer. So that kind of ruined the element of surprise for everybody because they already, now we were getting this trailer in 144p. By the way, thank you, Evan, for joining, and thank you, Alessandro, for joining as well. Welcome, everybody. Please hop on in and give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Trying to share the stream. I bet we can get a couple hundred viewers in here. Because everybody's really excited and clamoring about the trailer. And yeah, definitely hop on in and let's discuss this. Okay, so anyway, going back to my opinions and thoughts on things. Actually, really quick, 1 second before we delve in, I'm sorry, I'm going to update my tags because I just realized I haven't done my tags for this video, and that's going to definitely impact the amount of people that see this. So let me do this really quick. 1 second. Spider-Man. No. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just had to do hashtags really quick. Okay, welcome to all 40 of you in here. BCFC fan, I am not going to show the trailer, but I am going to talk about it. Okay, let me delve into my opinions here. I'm going to try to just sort of leave the chat alone for a second and give you my honest thoughts on everything that's happened. And then once we get into the Q&A, I'll be taking your questions, starting with the any super chats that come in. Okay, so this trailer dropped in 144p on Twitter. Basically, the trailer was somebody putting their phone to the screen like this and sort of showing the trailer. It was in vertical. Actually, oddly enough, there was unfinished CGI in the trailer, which was very bizarre to see. Basically, entire buildings were not constructed. It seemed that the main points of unfinished CGI were the Doctor Strange scenes, where there are scenes where Spider-Man is kind of doing a lot of what you see Doctor Strange do early on in the Doctor Strange solo film, of just like time being warped and shit going upside down and, you know, all this stuff, typical stuff that you're used to seeing from Doctor Strange. We get to see from Spider-Man Spider-Man at sort of the midpoint of this trailer. Towards the end of the trailer, you get to the really exciting stuff. But again, let me just go through and recap everything that happened for those of you that haven't seen the trailer. I'm going to give you the rundown of every moment, everything to discern, and then we'll talk into what this means for Disney and Sony and all of that going forward. It is important to remember, as many people are pointing out here in the comment section, as much as everybody is memeing Kevin Feige is going to be so pissed about this and whatnot, the reality of it is this is all Sony. So Sony is doing the marketing for the video. This is sort of a joint venture wherein Disney is, it's a joint venture, right? But in terms of the marketing falls mostly on Sony because Sony's actually putting up the money for the film. Most people don't know that, but it's a very complicated arrangement because obviously Disney owns Spider-Man, Fox owns Spider-Man the character. And even when Disney bought Marvel, they still were not able to ascertain those rights. And therefore, deductively, they've been unable to secure those rights fully. By the way, if you guys are just joining, give the stream a thumbs up. Let's boost it in the algorithm. Please give it a thumbs up as we keep going here. All right, I'm going to go through the trailer from top to bottom. Let's get into it. Thank you to all 112 of you who have joined me this evening. We're just getting started. I think we're going to get up pretty high in terms of views. That's why I'm asking to hit the like button. We'll have more fun the more people that are in here. So be sure to hit the thumbs up. So the trailer opens, and MJ, at least this MJ, not Mary Jane. Let's be very clear here. MJ, not Mary Jane. So MJ is mad at Peter that that Peter did not tell her about the Spidey secret thing. You know, she thought they were very close friends and whatnot, and or more than friends, perhaps. Wink, wink. But obviously, he had still been secretive about that nonetheless until the second film when his identity was revealed unto the world. Okay. So that's kind of how the trailer opens up, is MJ sort of berating him about this fact that he did not tell her what he was doing. And so Peter is back at school, and everybody knows that he is Spider-Man, okay? So everybody's fully aware that he is Spider-Man. He's walking through the hallway. Everybody's looking at him. Everybody's giving him strange looks. And so he is feeling the pressure of having his identity unveiled. And much in the same way that we see Batman unmasked or unveiled, there's always sort of the same plot line of like, now my family's at risk, and now my best friends are at risk, and all of this. So people are really worried about the fact that his identity has been doxed, and Peter feels like his friends are at risk because of that. So that's very important, because then he approaches Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is actually approached by Peter, not the other way around. And obviously they're familiar with each other from the Avengers, so they kind of know each other. They have a funny exchange where Peter more or less is like, Mr. Strange or something like that. And he's like, that feels weird. And then he calls him by his first name, and he's like, okay, that feels odd, but I'll accept it. So sort of this acquaintance banter. I wouldn't say they're friends per se, but they're acquaintances. And he goes to Doctor Strange asking for help, and he wants the time continuum to be warped such that nobody recalls that he is Peter anymore. He doesn't want the fame. He doesn't want the notoriety. He wants to just be himself again, be his own person, and not be under the spotlight and guise of everybody else who's trying to ask him questions about his life. He's being followed by the paparazzi, and he just is feeling sort of restricted in his life because this was unveiled of who he is. So he wants to be less famous. He doesn't want anyone to know his identity. This takes him into an alternate reality where basically, again, Doctor Strange puts him into the multiverse. He goes into the multiverse, and then he pops out on the other side. Again, as he's entering into the multiverse, the one thing that I will note is that the CGI did not look great. The CGI was not fully finished in some areas, and the areas where it was finished, it didn't look great, in my opinion. So we'll see if that holds up for the end when the film comes out. But, we'll just have to wait and see. So we see a lot of Doctor Strange-like imagery. It's basically like Spider-Man being presented the same way we would see Doctor Strange, where he's like warping through the space-time continuum, and all this is happening, okay? Again, this is the part where there was unfinished CGI in the film. So clearly this person had access to the trailer quite a bit in advance, or this is an old version of the trailer. But that's pretty interesting. So 3 villains confirmed to this trailer. We have Electro confirmed. Electro Blast appears from the Amazing Spider-Man films. We see a Green Goblin grenade come in, and it is designed exactly like the one from the 2002 film. So it is that Green Goblin, the Norman Osborn from that film. And then at the very end, Doc Ock shows up and says, "Hello, Peter," and that's sort of the money shot where he comes up and says, "Hello, Peter," and it cuts to black. That's pretty much the trailer. So, Unknown Tiger, you raise an interesting point. Unknown Tiger says the plot seems pretty dumb. I don't think it seems dumb, but you have to understand that every single one of these movies is about like sort of relating the superhero mythos into a high schooler. So, in the first film, for instance, he wants to go to a party to hang out with MJ, but he has to do superhero shit, and he feels like restricted in his social life because he has to be a superhero. And it's kind of the same thing here, where I think he just wants to be a normal teenage kid, and that's sort of the whole point of the movie, is that he just wants his childhood back, and he is going to regret even becoming Spider-Man. And he's going to have to tussle with that, and probably by the end of the movie, he's going to realize, actually, I'm glad that I became Spider-Man. It's an important thing. I'm doing more good than harm, and ultimately, this is my purpose in calling in life, right? So I think that that's going to be sort of the main idea, but, we'll just have to wait and see. It is most certainly not fake, Anakin. It is most certainly not fake. Every second of it is 100% real. There's no way you could fake that, dog. Like, I mean, there's literally CGI that is unfinished in the trailer. It certainly is not fake. It's definitely real. But no, I think that some people will find the plot to be quite irreverent and shitty. People will think that the plot is just amateurish and lame and something for high schoolers, and it kind of is. Again, this is like what a high schooler would experience if he wanted to like have fun and be go out and party and whatnot, and he's feeling restricted because now the paparazzi's following him because people know that he's Spider-Man. So I think it's interesting. The main thing is that the leak that plot premise is going to lead to the payoff in the second and third act, where he does get to face off against Doc Ock and Green Goblin from these other universes, and maybe even Peter Parker's from other universes will show up, and I think that's going to be fun. It's basically going to be a Doctor Strange Spider-Man crossover movie. And here's one thing that I've been very critical of for many, many years with Marvel's, that they don't take enough risk. Their movies are too formulaic. I can predict what happens in them. I know what's going to happen by the end of the movie. There's a villain that enters, and by the end, the villain loses, and it's just a generic 3-act superhero story. You have the basic sort of 3-act plot structure, and every movie's kind of the same. This movie is not that. This movie is it's going to be unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to show up. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to see what happens next, and that's ultimately what I want to see from Marvel movies. That's why I am the most excited for this movie of any of the 3 Spider-Man films, because I actually feel like I'm going into it not knowing what's going to happen, what we're going to see, and I'm very excited for that. And there's also a lot of possibilities by having the Green Goblin included and having Doc Ock included from other universes. I want to see their performances. I want to see how these characters are portrayed. So I'm really excited to see this film. Overall, I think it looks like a really, really good movie. And yeah, I agree with Alexandra. I'm excited to see the HD version, but ultimately we got the shitty 144p version because Fox and Disney don't want to drop the trailer. They want to wait and build all this hype and anticipation, but now we're stuck here looking at the shitty version of the trailer on Twitter in 144p with a guy holding a cell phone up to his camera. To his Nokia brick phone, as Degenerate Jay put it on Twitter in response to me, which is accurate. So I'm kind of annoyed with Sony right now. But with that being said, I'm particularly excited for the film. I think the movie's going to be really interesting, if nothing else. Even if it's not the best movie we've ever seen, it's not the best superhero film. If nothing else, have I been saying Fox? Sorry, I meant Sony. If nothing else, Disney now owns Fox. That's what I'm getting confused. But Sony owns the rights too, to Spidey. I don't know. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm ready to see this film. But I will tell you, as ASAS is putting in, Sony is going to be taking this video down. I hope they don't take down my stream because I'm not showing anything. I think what I'm doing is perfectly legal. But for people re-showing the trailer, they are going to be pulling that down and deleting that. So that's something very important to keep in mind, is that they are going to be deleting this. If you post it organically on Twitter, your Twitter account probably will get deleted. There's even a risk of this stream being removed because I'm talking about the content of of the video. Now, I'm not violating any laws. I'm not showing any footage, and I'm not showing the trailer. I'm allowed to say whatever words I want to say. But in terms of like showing that copyrighted footage, you know, that is an immediate risk. So that's pretty much where we're at. So if you see any links in the description, feel free to hop over and watch, because the time is going to be very limited to access that trailer. Links tend to be auto banned by YouTube in the YouTube chat, but maybe that won't be the case and people will be able to put it in. But yes, the trailer is real. For those of you asking, it is not fake. This is 100% real. There's no way that this could have been faked, frankly. Again, everything that you see is 100% real. I assume that there are going to be elements and parts of this that are going to be changed because of the fact that this was clearly sort of like an early stage of the trailer where there's still some unfinished CGI. But it is all new shots. There's no way that you could fake it. Sorry, I just dropped my water bottle. I do think that the trailer is going to come out tomorrow. There's really no other option. The reason being because it's now going around everywhere, and they're going to keep taking it down. But the reality of it is, it's like they're going to take down one, and 10 more are going to pop up. There's no way to get rid of it because so many people have the source file, and people are going to be able to DM the source file. People are going to be able to tweet it. People are going to be able to put it on Reddit and Facebook and Instagram, and there's just no way that they'll be able to take it down. I mean, it's just going to be too much. I mean, people have the MP4. Once you have the MP4 file, it's over. There's no way to contain something when people have the raw file. Sony can't log into your computer and delete your Google Drive source footage. It's over. So as a result of that, you've got to consider that there's really no way to actually take this down off the internet. They're going to keep taking down the source videos. They're going to take down the biggest versions of the trailer, but people are going to keep reposting, keep re-uploading. People are going to put it on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and Dailymotion and Pornhub and like any website you can imagine. The video is going to be there. So there's no way to contain it. The only thing that you can do is drop the trailer on Twitter, which is what I would highly advise them to do. Will they actually do it? Probably not. I mean, they seem completely delusional from a marketing perspective. It seems like they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And at which point, they're probably going to think that they actually can just ignore this and it'll go away, or that they can just take all the copies down of the video. But as I mentioned and have explained, I mean, it's physically impossible to do so. By the way, guys, we have over 400 viewers in here. If you are in here, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also send in a super chat if you want to ask me a specific question or get my thoughts on things, and also just start a discussion. If you have a discussion question that you would like everybody to discuss in the chat, just send in a super chat with it, and I'll read it for everybody here. No, I think that they are going to keep blocking the trailer. Absolutely. Do not upload it yourself. Do not upload it on your YouTube channel. Do not upload it on your Twitter. But people have the link. As I said, it's going to be uploaded across Parler and Rumble and Pornhub and Dailymotion and whatever. Like every single video streaming platform you can think of, it's going to be uploaded. So just use a burner account, like you said, if you are going to upload it. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this trailer. Like I said, if you have a discussion question for the whole group, please send that in and we can discuss what we all thought of the trailer. But yeah, I know everybody is really trying to get a link in the description. I think that's totally normal. Whenever you watch it, come on back, join in. We'll discuss the spoilers. I am not showing the trailer, Anakin. Elazar, the future of the MCU is going to be really interesting with the multiverse being introduced to this degree. I completely agree. I think this is a great, bold new direction for Disney to take because Phase 4 is already looking pretty lackluster and boring, frankly. And including a film like this, yes, you're going to get some pretty cool content. Now, I'm getting some reports now that Green Goblin pick have been leaked. I have not seen those. Does anybody have those to share? Any link to the Twitter footage, please let me know, to the images. I would like to see that.